Welcome to Rauta. I am Jerry and this time go for some Greek black metal. This is Kawir, a band for more than 30 years in the business. And now with kind of a renewed lineup with the new album through Soulseller Records in spring 2024. Now, according to Metal Archives, which seems to be up to date with the lineup, a lot of these members are from 2023 and onwards. So it means we have a renewed version of the band in essence, even if one of the main members of the band is still a original one. Inside the booklet you will find lyrics both in English and Greek language, so which way you go, you are supposed to be good with that. At least this is like the opposite of those releases going without lyrics whatsoever. And as of you often know, lyrics are considered a big part of black metal in general, so those who want to know have no excuses to check them out. So as said, Greek black metal since 1993 means that this is one of the oldest ones, even if not the very oldest of all Greek black metal bands, because the roots of Greek black metal go all the way back to 1980s. But since Kawir has been there and early on and already put demo out in 1993 and then splits EPs 1994, it means that they are truly veterans of the Greek scene. Now, ever since they have been putting out album in 1997, there have been quite a few full albums and also EPs, splits, compilations and all that. Now, since this is a Cyrillic letters, you might find hard to pronounce it, but it is what it is. And Kydoimos is here mentioned, and as you can see, these are all also non-Cyrillic ways mentioned here. And you can also see some going back to Greek philosophical and mythological dates when there are topics such as Achilles and Hector, Achilles' funeral. Now you might remember these from the War of Troy things, even in movies and books and whatever. So interesting takes on that area or field of Greek history and literature. Now when it comes to music, throughout 10 songs and 52 minutes you get to travel to more melodic parts. You have lots of fast-paced, kind of aggressive phases and lots of the atmospheric parts, which kind of work in contrast with one another. So there are parts where it just gets really speedy, blast beats and all, and then it kind of slows down to more mid-tempo area, including a lot of those melodic parts, and even further kind of a borderline folkier parts. By folkier parts, I mean essentially something that you might remind you of, say, early Satyricon, the debut album era, Dark Medieval Times, when you get those kind of a melodic parts which are borderline folky. I mean, you think about Dark Medieval Times of the flute parts and all, and you kind of get what I'm after here. However, this doesn't mean that this is a folk metal thing at all. It's just flirting with various ideas, and as such, in my opinion, taking black metal, the so-called golden era, when you could just put a lot of different ideas on one album and yet still sound very consistent, and also to kind of emphasize that there are more than just blast beats or pure darkness and whatever. Obviously with this stuff it doesn't mean this is for everybody, especially those who are more, say, in love with the Nordic style of black metal and don't really go beyond that. Well, Kawir might be also that, like, not your cup of tea. When it comes to the so-called warmth of Greek black metal, Kawir isn't really the most typical Greek-sounding band. I mean, if you're comparing to it, say, Varatron or Rotting Christ for that matter, you might feel Kawir is a little bit different beast. I think it's great that they're doing their own thing, really, and not sounding some stereotypical Greek black metal thing, while still maintaining the Greek soul core of the things while doing what they are doing. Overall, I would say this is pretty good of an album. Nice production, good vocals and all that stuff, some really good melodies. So in case I got you interested or you're a previous fan of Kawir's music, there is no reason really to skip this one. Truly an interesting album, and like I said, been out since spring, April 2024. So get your copy if you're into the band, and of course see them live. I also conducted an interview about 5 years ago with the band, so check it out if you wanna search for more information regarding Kawir and all that stuff. Now off you go, links included in the description box. Click, listen, buy, all that. Bye bye.